happy time zones. It's your bird, Haven the Raven, and welcome back to Code Vein Solo. I apologize for how late I was. Stuff happened. Okay, you still have nothing. But we are off to the Howling Pits today. That said, first of all, we do actually need, in order to get to the Howling Pit... You don't show up yet. We go to the parking garage. So, big part of the reason I was late was because I had to take my dog for a bit of a walk. You're not getting another one. Don't look at me like that. And he decided he was going to stop, sniff everything. And on top of that, do a nice runny poo in some poor guy's yard while the guy was standing there. So, that happened. Anyway, off to the Howling Pit. Hi, I forget that the trigger for you is actually just getting past the car. Oh well. You need to perish. And then you over here. And I need to be careful because... You know what? I don't think I'm actually going to go for any of the, Oh, whoops. Loot on the way down. Because while it is helpful, it's also kind of annoying. And it's not worth potentially dying over. I say as I immediately get a loot. Oh, hi. You know what? I'm already here, might as well. I don't get this perfect lineup when I'm going for the loot. Like, when I'm actually going for it, I don't get that perfect. When I'm not thinking about it, I get... That's funny. Slightly annoying, because why can't I get that RNG when I actually want that RNG? But oh well. Fen, I love you. Can you stop licking my foot? I love the puppy. At least he's not biting it this time. I don't even remember what stream it was, but at one point Fen was actually trying to eat my foot while I was in the middle of a boss fight. I think it was Elden Ring. I think it was an Elden Ring stream. I could be wrong. Could even be one of the ones that I just let go loose into the void. Because I know... Hi, Fun. Alright, we're gonna go back to home base to talk to Yakumo. And I'm not sure I care much about haze in this area. This place can be a bit of a pain in the ass normally, let alone when I'm actually on my own. Yakumo, where are you? There you are. Thank you, Louis, for highlighting his hair.
There's something I want my... It's a symbol of trust. Go on, take it.
Atlas, here we are. 3 plus 3, okay. Unless it puts me in a spot where I legitimately have to use Jack, I'm going to try to not use Jack. I'm going to try to skip the player's memories. Which is going to be tricky. Because I level up a lot in the player's memories, and there's some good loot there too. I mean, it's possible that I could get through just by killing off Jack, but I have to force him off a cliff, and that's not exactly reliable. Oh well, guess we'll see. I'm not gonna bother stopping to fight everything, since I'm sort of convinced that I'm gonna wind up dying no matter what. Leaving. We are leaving. Oh, right, this gathering. Oh, fuck. I meant to hit drain. Do I have antivenom? I do. I do, in fact, have antivenom. Hi. Goodbye. Ow. I don't mind dying to get one of the things that I'm actually, like, looking for. But I'd rather not have to come back this way at all, so if I die to anything else, I'm going to be annoyed. Like, if I die after getting this, I'm not going to be too upset. Whatever. There's this over here. Okay, I might be able to make it back to the missile if I'm careful. If I make it back to the missile... There we go. That helps a lot, actually. Did I get Assassin? I did not get Assassin. I forget where the Vestige Core for that one is. I know that once I have the map, I'll know where it is roughly, but still. I should follow the left wall. That works. Hi, you. You. Aw. You were laying down, not sitting down. Unfortunate. Well, Fen, why are you going ham? Oh dear, mic going off. I am so sorry about that. But anyway. There we go. I see the spiky boys. I want nothing to do with the spiky boys. I'm gonna have to deal with the spiky boys. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Now... That gets us the map. I think I see some potential spots where something could be. And I know for a fact I see a spot there. There's something. I just need Atlas and Assassin vestiges. Nothing else really matters. But it would still be nice. Hi! You can fuck right off. That had to have been embarrassing. Actually, me dismantling this entire area has to be pretty embarrassing for them. Little worried about invading Executioner. She's not exactly a pushover, even normally. She walled me a good chunk of the time, actually. Or she walled me for a good chunk of time my first playthrough. Hi. Neither was a vestige here, or in one of these. Thankfully, despite how it may look, the Howling Pit is actually relatively easy to navigate when you know what you're actually looking for. Alright, I think that's it. Wait, what? Hi. Ah, Boogarelli. Alright, we're gonna just run past. Nice try. Just run for this right now. That works. Okay. Alright. That could have gone poorly. Let's actually see what gifts are available. Ooh, Foul Blood Barrier is good. Flashing Fang isn't bad. Overdrive is nice. But Shadow Assault stacks with some other things I have. Okay, so instead of Sonic Arrow, we'll do the Night Slash or Shadow Assault. Night Slash. What is this Pokemon? Anyway.
Like I even care about that.
This is primarily a dexterity build. Well, strength and dex, but I digress. We will occasionally use spells, but for the most part... Why did I even use Sword Dance? That was dumb of me. This part's actually somewhat tricky to navigate, if only for how circular it is. I am somewhat notoriously bad at circles. Oh dear. That was actually a pretty nice chunk of damage. We're probably not going to be able to actually one-shot anything. At least not once we get the DLCs. But still... Uh-oh. Technically speaking, I don't have to fight you right now. So we're just gonna go over here. You're gonna make me fight you now that I've caught your attention. Oh dear. That was painful. Guess I go back to the missile. That is not the right direction. Shit. Where are you? Aha! Now we go back. That I have my health returned to me. I think we just go left here to get to the door. Yes, this one specifically requires the... Okay, right. I do remember this section, it just looks a little different right now for some reason. Wasn't connecting in my brain.
Those bastards eat any damn thing in front of them.
And you, I actually want to kill because you have a key. What? There we go. Moving on. Ah! Damn spiky boys! Hate these things. Unfortunate that you couldn't just go straight off the edge. Okay, so we've got a few different enemies over there that I just don't want to deal with all at once. Ow. Yeah, I definitely need to have continued access to things that'll allow me to deal damage from a range. While it's really not bad to not have a ranged option, it might be more optimal for certain boss fights. It's annoying for overworld exploration. I want the steel. I shall steal the steel. Ah, it's mine now. Nothing you can do about it. Do.
It was you.
Grab this.
You're the one that stopped our trade.
I should get rid of you so that you don't wind up sneaking up behind me. Yeah. There we go. You. Over here. You actually... Oh dear. Why am I having so much trouble parrying you all of a sudden? I was having no issues earlier. I got like 2 or 3 parries off. I know it's possible to also parry your belly bump. Weird. Anyway. Do that. I go a little further down this way just so that I can get the steel.
Why? Don't worry. It'll be completed.
Stop! Nicola!
Get that. Oh, may as well grab this. Aye. And then return. What areas am I the most worried about? Invading Executioner is going to be a bit of a problem, I already know. This, I believe, will immediately put me back if required. Two, 3, and a 4. Back over here. Impaler. I don't intend to use pole arms because, cool as they are, it is very difficult to actually get to light roll with them. Or, well, fast dodge. And I would actually like to have fast dodge. Fast dodge makes a lot of maneuvering, or makes maneuvering a lot easier in a lot of cases. I don't think that's going to be possible until Aurora, though. Her blood code is just awesome.
Thanks. What do you want to upgrade?
During Crimson... you know what? May as well upgrade the bayonet.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I could probably get to quick movement if I were to... Let's see, what's the weight on this? 34 and 30. If I was to put Prometheus chromes on these, I probably would be fine for light movement, but that decreases the base stats, which isn't really good. I should also go commit to a skip-a-thon before I wind up with too many things to skip, because I know for a fact that there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to skip after the invading Executioner. Skip-a-thon, let's go! Okay. Invading Executioner, she's an interesting one. I tend to have a lot of problems with her. Like, enough so that I tend to consider her the first real roadblock of the run. Oh, pardon. Well, of any given run, really. I know she's weak to lightning. Resistant to fire. I should acquire a gift. Mercury. There's Mercury. Don't have enough haze. Ah, boy. I need 6,400. $300 times 13 is 3,900. So I need 800 more haze. And I need... Okay, I can't even do that. Unless... Let's go with Bloodshot. Shadow Assault. Phantom Assault. Lightning Spike. Blow of Madness. Slow Removal. Adrenaline and Overdrive. I believe that's still a drop from Prometheus. Yeah, but it's not as much of a drop. 16 points is a much more manageable damage loss than 80. That's like almost a quarter of the damage loss. And it also allows for me to remove slow when needed. Okay, it's because of I don't have the B+, and Enduring Crimson has high scaling in both of those. Gotcha. Or, well, mid scaling in both of those. Alright, I can't even guarantee that Overdrive is going to be helpful here, but we can attempt it. Okay. Really? That was... okay. Not good. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Oh. Damn it. Alright, overdrive isn't gonna cut it. I can't keep it up long enough. However, Raijan's weapon, or Raijan's Veil, or whatever it is we call it. Lightning weapon. Raijan's Veil is this one. 920. One of these will do. I got so close too, even without this. Oh well. Blow of Madness can be good if I wind up in a situation where I can pretty solidly get off Shadow Assault. I don't have enough haste to actually be worried, so I'm just going to not. Now we run. I don't even think, yeah, that can't even reach me over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What? Okay, so if I get slowed on the wrong thing, I'm just fucked. Good to know. It's good to know indeed. Hmm. Okay. And now we run. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nice try. You're dead. Okay. I was expecting that to be a lot tougher. But I'm fine with this. I do still think that the pacing of this was bad. At least with Mia. Putting Mia's vestiges where they did kinda ruined some of Yakumo's story later. Because his would have actually been more impactful. Yakumo's story already hits pretty hard, but it would have hit even harder if they'd swapped where they put Mia and Yakumo's vestiges, and I'm not going to stress this enough. There's no way I can stress it enough. It's true.
Mia. Nicola, are you there? I'll be back.
What exactly is going on here?
Apologies for that. I had a message I needed to respond to. Why are there so many cutscenes in this one spot?
It looks like everyone has gone to rest.
Oh well. You.
Thank you.
Nothing. Okay. I don't think I have any vestiges at all. I'm an idiot. Oh well. I'll keep this lit out for later, but let's go back to Prometheus for now. I'll use Mercury if I need to. But first of all, parking garage, because there's a couple of quests I should have unlocked at this point. While not absolutely necessary, some of the depths maps do have items that will be helpful. Anyway, hello. There's one depths map I'm not even sure I'll be able to unlock fully. Oh dear. Reason being... Well, actually, I'm pretty sure anyone who's seen me play this game before knows exactly which fucking depths map I'm talking about. Fuck the Black Yetis. And if it would keep them off me, I do mean literally. If it would serve as a viable distraction. Back to Matthew. At least I think your name's Matthew. You are actually one of the few people that actually remembers the horrors. Most people don't, for some reason or another. Anyway. What can I say? I see a perfectly good back. I am going to stab it. I'm not getting close enough and cueing the dogs. You can come to me. Good riddance. I'm just gonna... Haha! I thought I parried too early. Okay, you have no idea how satisfying that just was. Those things give me so much trouble in so many different contexts. Stupid red pants. I don't even know what they're actually called. The red pants guys suck. Thankfully not literally, but... They are incredibly annoying to deal with. So any one shot I can get is a delightful one. I think there's actually also a quest in the trenches I should go after.
Hey.
Alright, down we go. I'm still offended by my ability to get loot when I'm not looking for it. Like, when I want the thing, I don't get the thing. When I don't want the thing, I get 5 of the thing. Because RN fucking G. Man, I've cursed a lot this stream. Okay. Moving on. I should probably actually rest at this missile. Because now that I've gotten the quest... Wait, did I never picked up my haze. You. The fact that they hid you, my beloved flame weapon, behind the butterfly of delirium is just cruel. I may as well put this here, because I'm probably going to be swapping from Prometheus to Isis at some point. Because Isis, I think, with this loadout, I will actually be fast roll. And because of that, I should max out a strength and dexterity boost for the sake of the weapon. Isis is easily the best blood code in the game for anybody who doesn't know what they want to do. If you have a really weird build that you need to pull off, or don't know what you're going to be focusing on, go with Isis. It's the only blood code that is all B's and C's. Which is important. Well, actually, Prometheus is pretty good in general. But Isis has more B's, which means that it's better for casting, if you think you're going to be doing as much casting as you are melee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, down we go. Because there's 2 quests here, and then I need to go to the trenches. A lot of other blood codes have specific things that they're really good at. Like, Prometheus is very good at melee. Atlas is very good for tanks, but don't try to cast anything. Assassin has a okay stat spread. Estrella is meant for support. Darkseeker is actually one of the... Or Darkseeker and Hunter are the 2 best early game caster blood codes. Hunter is actually really good if you want... Oh, wait, what am I looking at for the map? Okay, I'm going the right way. If you want to do a bayonet build. I've never actually used Berserker, but it looks like only a slight downgrade from Atlas. Mercury and Hermes are both more supportive, but Mercury specifically is meant for resisting status ailments. So it's not like, I messed up. I messed up a lot. So let's go to the trenches entrance. Because that guy was supposed to spawn back down here. But because I didn't reload the area, he didn't. Whoops. As far as stats go, though, if you're planning on using spells but want to mostly be a melee character, Prometheus is amazing. I think Queenslayer might technically be better if you want pure melee. Same with Heimdall. But Prometheus will carry you throughout a good portion of the game if you intend to be a Spellblade. If you want to focus a little more heavily on spells down the line, go with Isis. You cannot go... No matter what your build, you can't go wrong with Isis.
Another revenant. 30
That's why I say it's the best blood code in the game. You literally cannot go wrong with it. And there's a bunch of different caster ones that have specific gifts. Obviously, if you want to use a signature gift that can't be mastered, you have to go with a specific blood code. For that reason, I ran Queen's Ribcage for my first ever bad ending run. Because Queen's Ribcage had... There are very few... Oh dear. Lightning dark gifts in the game. Every single lightning dark gift is tied to either Isis or Ribcage. Which does actually put you in a bit of a predicament to where if you want to capitalize on an enemy's lightning weakness as a dark gift user, you're going for the bad ending and you aren't on New Game Plus, so you don't have Isis, you have to run Ribcage. I think that's a bit of an unfortunate one, or unfortunate situation. But it also does make some sort of sense. I just wish they'd given us at least one other... Well, actually, wait. There might be one more Lightning Dark gift, but I'll have to check when I actually get to Silent White. Really? You just outright don't spawn yet? Okay. Oh, you must not spawn until I hit Cathedral. That's probably what it is. You just don't spawn until I hit Cathedral. Hello, my favorite NPC. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to skip your dialogue. I consider NPCs and companions to be different. Just quick heads up there. My favorite character in this game is probably Louis. However, because of some things, the companions aren't exactly normal NPCs. Of course they're going to have more depth. And I am a person who very much likes when a character has depth. This guy has a lot of... this guy actually has some decent depth for being a one-off, or well, not one-off, a three-off NPC or something like that. Actually, him and the that's the Revenant guy that Louis threatened to kill earlier. Those two probably have the best quest lines of the NPCs. But I can't really consider the companions to be NPCs in that light, because those are technically non-player characters, and because that's what NPC means. They're also part of your kit. As off as that sounds. I feel really bad for Mia, actually, that her biggest contribution to this whole situation is telling us about a switch Louis would have eventually found anyway. I think I might wind up going for the neutral ending this time. Because I did the quote-unquote good ending and the quote-unquote bad ending both earlier. The neutral ending will still have me fight the true final boss. But it doesn't put me in a situation... The we leave ending technically doesn't really put you in any situations either. We'll see. Oh, on the light and dark gifts thing from earlier, dark gifts scale off of willpower. Light gifts scale off of mind. So a blood code with heavy willpower would be Hunter or Caster. So when I say that there's... that those blood codes... the only dark gift... or dark gifts that use lightning come from the Isis blood code or from the Queen's ribcage, and that one is a signature gift. I mean that they scale off of willpower. You should spawn now. Obviously, the blood veil does have something to do with that. The better the scaling on the blood veil, the more it can make use of high stats. However, on the flip side, those tend to have lower base stats. So it really depends. High scaling is only really useful with I think S is where it starts actually mattering. You can get by with just normal base stats. Or just high base stats otherwise. And typically Atlas Chromes are the best ones to put on something if you want to just increase your stats, because I think it increases both the base stats and the scaling. I could be wrong about that, though. Actually, I can check that at base, since I have to talk to Mia anyway. I'm definitely not going to be doing either of the Howling Pit depths maps just yet, but I might do Town of Sacrifice. I should also probably check to see if our guy at the crossroads has a new map for us. Hello, I would like to look at this. Okay, so the scaling doesn't go down, or... Its intensification increases the scaling. Alright, so Atlas does not mess with scaling at all. I was wrong about that. It, however, does increase everything about it. Okay, -6.
Which weapon do you want to transform? Okay.
Fair enough. Mia! Give me your blood.
I don't know if it will help you, but I'm certain it won't hurt to have it.
Give me your blood. I want your blood. Hey Davis, we're going.
The mist and the lots of the depth. I'll lead the way. Just tell me where we're going.
I'm not doing Flood of Impurity right now. Oh wait. The guy at the crossroads may have... the other Howling Pit depths map. I'm not sure... What do I want to do here? Actually, Hermes... I'm going to want Ice Spike for later. I know at least something is weak to Ice Spike. And Artemis, while good, these both require a B in willpower. That could actually be really helpful, now that I think about it. $300 more than needed. But odds are good that I'm going to want that to up my damage a little bit when we actually get Isis. Collect this. have no idea when I'm actually supposed to be doing these, but whatever. I probably was supposed to do this earlier, truth be told. But at this point, I'm already possibly overleveled. So no harm, no foul. Hi. Bye. I knew you were there. You cannot hide from me, monkey. Literal monkey. Okay. One, two, three. If that... Well... we're gonna get to a point relatively soon where they stop being... or where the greater lost in these stop being so easy. Like I said, I'm not sure that I'll actually be able to finish Silent White. Come over here? Okay. And it's not even the Lost Invasion that's an issue there. I can just avoid the Lost Invasion. It's the fact that one of the keys, which is actually needed to open the door to the boss fight in Silent White, is locked behind 2 Black Yetis. I hate the Black Yetis. I'll give it a shot, but I'm not sure I'll be able to manage it. Okay. Before I head left, I actually want to head right. For more blood. How did I not get the backstab? Why did I not get the backstab? Is it sad that I'm actually more concerned about the Black Yetis than I am Blade Bearer and Cannoneer? I feel like that should be put somewhere. I feel like that's genuinely novel. And worst comes to worst, I can just run over to the boss fight because I think the boss fight interrupts the Lost Invasion. Yep. There we go, that's Miker. You... not more of you freaks! Not again. Please be the last enemy. Yes, okay. Okay. There are very few things in this game that I hate more than the stupid thralls with the red pants. The red pants thralls and the spiky boys suck. I'm just glad they can't actually use drain attacks. Alright. Doesn't matter how hard you can hit me if I have iframes. Oh, hi. I did not see you. Almost a folly on my part. I don't want to rest at the missile just yet. I do, however, need to use the bathroom, so I'm going to sit in this corner, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I apologize, that, could not be held. Anyway. Get over here. I was hoping to avoid wasting Ichor on that guy, but oh well. That immediately triggers a Lost Invasion. While I can run back here... Alright. Nope, nope, nope. We run! There we go. Whew. Before I forget that, if I sprint down and back, I can get the vestige and retreat to a spot where I'm not likely to get surrounded and bottlenecked.
Naomi. I'm not sure I can yet.
Uh-oh. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. So not good. Alright, you three I'm willing to mess with. Uh-oh. You, however, I'm not. Nice, Iger. I'll take the Iger. What the actual heck? Queenslayer. Uh-oh. Not good, not good, not good at all. Why are there so many of you red-pantsed lunatics? Come on, get over here. Says something that I'd rather do this than actually face you head on. Okay, cool. I'm going to have to rest at the missile. Because there's absolutely no way I'm getting through that entire area without using a single regen. At least I don't have to worry about that Lost Invasion again, though. Come on, get out. Just get over here. Don't you want to come closer? Sucker. I'll be taking more of that delicious blood. I don't think there's anything in there besides you. Get over here. Come on, over here. I do not trust you to not pull anything crazy. Nothing there. Alright then. Alrighty then. Get over here. If I can come from behind and surprise you, that'd be great. Of course, more blood is always nice. Ow. Okay, can I... Get over here. Ouch. Cool, you are all that's left of this section. Oh dear. That was embarrassing. I am 4 Iker lower than I would like to be. However, I did clear out this area with much less fuss than normal. Well, 4 Iker and 3 heals lower than I'd like to be, but again, a lot less fuss than normal. Oh, you 3 are... No, 2 or 3? 2. Oh, you're done for. You are completely done for. And I have Max Iker for, well, Prometheus. Prometheus cannot go above 40 Iker. I do think that this is a neat little mechanic, though. Your maximum is determined by an external resource. You can essentially double your mana pool. That, I think, is pretty cool. It wouldn't work in every case, but it works here. I'm going to take a drink, and then we're going to try and fight this thing. Alright, my little butterfly. Oh, I messed up. I so messed up. Ooh. Ow. I just want Iker. How did you not hit me? What was that? Ow. What was that? She just froze? And then she did her downed posture. What was that? Whatever, we're going to the crossroads. Wait, I don't even... I have never seen that. Not from the butterfly. Weird. That is so weird. Okay, you're still here.
Greeting. If you have any materials from the old world, valuables in exchange. Don't hesitate.
Louis and Yakumo have the most stuff to trade with. So that just makes sense. Anyway, time to actually explore the cathedral. I don't think I'm going to be getting to Argent Wolf Berserker. But I can probably get relatively close? Question mark? Big ol' question mark? Oh wait, I should check to see if I can't permanently acquire lightning weapon. Because that is going to be huge. There's not a lot of lightning damage. Oh, actually, hold on. Frost Spike's more important. Because I think that might wind up being, at least for a little while, my only method of dealing ice damage. The things here, I believe, are relatively resistant to lightning, so that's not going to help any. But on we go. This is easily my favorite board in the game. It's just so stunning. You can parry that! Alright. I thought I was setting myself up for getting flung off the edge, but I had to try it. I just had to try it. Oh, that was great. Moving on. This is kind of a useless loop around. It only... That loop around specifically only matters if you die up on that ledge. I should head up here. I know the cathedral like I know the back of my hand. Probably better. I don't get lost in the cathedral. I never really did. Hi! Really? Well, at least not the first part. The second part, I sometimes get a little confused in. But that's because of how many circles there are. Again, me with circles. Alright, down we go, and then I want to go the long way this time. Just to pick up as much Ichor as I can. What? How are you not dead? How are you not dead? Or were you not dead? Oh well. This lady's in for a bad day. You have absolutely nothing. Okay. That just comes from the other side. I have to remember not to fall in this hole. But there is loot. I want to know what made that hole. Because that is very out of character, let's say, for the cathedral. The rest of the cathedral doesn't really have holes like that. Oh dear. Embarrassing. Get this. Because I need all of those in order to actually... There we go, just successfully juked. I'm not even sure I want to actually beat this Lost Invasion. I'm setting myself up for a potential death here, but it's better to go down here so that I'm less likely to get murked on my way to get my haze. Queen Slayer, why? How did I know? The Lost Invasions in the Cathedral are actually not... They're not that bad with a partner, but solo, they suck. Bright side. As long as I don't die to this person, I have all of my haze just right there. There we go. Parried. Aha! Mastered flame weapon. I'll take that. I can go up 2 levels. Unless I'm counting that wrong. Hold up. Two levels at this point is way too valuable to just waste. Especially considering I haven't really gone up a ton. Hey now. Thank you! I think by this point I'm actually supposed to be like level 60 or something. It's probably my hesitance with the depths maps, because I usually do the depths maps before this. Or... no. I usually don't splurge on sword mastery. But in this case, I'm going to be running sword pretty much the entire game. That was way too valuable a gift to just pass up. About halfway to mastering the strength and dexterity up. Okay, awake MJ212. I'm going to want to save those. Hi! I believe the only boss in the depths that drops to 12s is the one that I'm not sure I can get to. I could be wrong about that. But if I'm not, and it is that boss, I don't want to waste my 212s, like, at all. I'd actually much rather grind than waste those. And I mean grind out the mastery, not grind the 212s. Worst comes to worst, I'd actually rather just grind the 212s. But that's... I might not be able to get that. What makes the Black Yetis such pains in the asses, or such pains in the ass, is the fact that they have an armored state. With any other enemy in the game, any buffs they get are just offensive. With the Black Yetis, the buff prevents them from taking full damage, so if you don't kill them fast enough, you're stuck trying to get rid of their buff. And that's not too bad when there's only one of them. But Silent White, for whatever reason, decided that putting two of them in a room right next to each other was a smart move. Essentially making for what I consider to be the single most well-guarded depths map in the game. And something that I'm genuinely concerned about. Let me put it this way. If I ever try a no-death run in this game, I'm avoiding Silent White completely. The Black Yeti duo is that bad. Grab this. There we go. I don't want to do too much in the way of movement and alert your friend. That would be bad. Oh, now I get the backstab. Just had to embarrass me a little first, huh? Rubelite Piercer, can I use that with my current... I can. Cool, because that's a... I like Rubelite Piercer a lot because it has really good range. And I don't think I've gotten a Sunset Bayonet. Yeah, no, I haven't gotten a single Sunset Bayonet. The scaling on it is decent. And the moveset is relatively easy. The blood infusion means that it does a little less damage than I would like. But beggars cannot be choosers. There is a missile down here. Curious Novelty, that goes to EO. Honestly, the biggest pro for Rubelite Piercer is the range. That bayonet is practically a sniper rifle. It's gonna do a lot less damage than my sword. Simply because of the loadout I have and the fact that I don't even think you can get Bayonet Mastery until you get Mia's actual vestiges. but it's still going to help me to lure things away. And it's also a ranged option for Mito. Because we all know just how much I adore Mito. I genuinely have better luck with him if I use a bayonet than anything else. Mito is a lot easier with a bayonet because he will almost always try to close the gap instead of hit you from a distance. And... oh, right, this part. He can't actually shut off your bayonet's shots like he can your gifts. What? Okay, what was that angle? Hello. Yeah, I will probably be checking out Code Vein 2 whenever it drops. I sort of owe it to the game that got me into what is now my favorite genre to check out the sequel. Alright, you are alone, I believe. Open this. You can take your complaints and shove them where the sun don't shine. Or I could do it for you. I see the sparkly, there we go.
I can't die here like this.
And then up we go. I'm closing in on another missile already. I forget how short the cathedral actually is. I forget how short this game actually is. It felt so much longer my first time. I keep anticipating a huge difficulty spike, but it's not happening, at least not yet. There we go. Teleport slash is great for closing distances, too. I should go upgrade my sword. Or Phantom Assault, sorry. I keep calling it Teleport Slash for some reason. Why? Why do I do that? Do I want to CEO now or do a skip-a-thon later? I'm a little worried about continuity. Actually, continuity might be a big problem.
Okay.
But
What do you want to upgrade?
pretend that didn't happen, Murasame. Cool, and then I just need more for that.
What veil do you want to upgrade?
But for now...
Okay.
Ew, can I use a vestige? Oh, Hermes. And one of the Isis vestiges. That's interesting. So, brief skip-a-thon. It's at least a little shorter than otherwise.
I had been...
What?
Here we go. Where are the rest of the Isis vestiges? I can think of two off the top of my head, but I can't remember if there's more than that. I know I'm going to find them. It's not like the cathedral is that difficult for me to navigate. It's honestly pretty straightforward. More so than Farron Keep, anyway. Or the Forbidden Woods. Or half the areas in Elden Ring. But... I do sort of understand how you can get a little lost, considering you have to keep looking down, and the map is certainly not helpful. You're better off navigating by sound than you are by map. Echolocation for the win. Anyway, you have something important. I want your loot, and you will give me your loot. Your loot ups my heals. I want it. I just got so lucky there. Twice. I just got so lucky twice. But that increases the amount that my heal actually heals. Which is very important. I don't care how, I just need the Iker. Oh hey, I mastered a gift. These stupid things. Upsy daisy. Hey. I'm already down way more regions than I would like to be. Oh well. Sometimes it's just like that. You go down. Oh, that was a death throw. Okay. More steel. Where are you? I swear, I'd never know where this particular hostility comes from. I'm just gonna rush you, though. Because I want your haze. And your Iker. Mostly your Iker. Acquire this. Well, that's 200 haze I can trade that for. You are nothing. You're a loop around. That'll be incredibly handy if I die. Depending on where it is I die, of course. More steel. I like that. Unlock the map. Grab this. I would have plunged, but I wasn't sure if I was going to go off the edge in trying that. Because sometimes I land that plunge, sometimes I don't. Ow. Is there anything over here? No. I remember the path. That does not mean I remember where every single piece of loot is. Embarrassing. Whatever. Technically speaking, I could just run to the next missile. However, it is probably better off that I, don't. Alright, that is nice. Huh, I might actually make it to Argent Wolf Berserker. I'll be honest, of the main story bosses, the ones I'm most worried about are Successor of the Ribcage, Mido, and Gilded Hunter. What was that? Okay, I guess. Haha. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Ah. Then to the left, I believe there's one thrall enemy on here that I should probably exterminate. No. Huh. Oh, no, there is one. I just didn't see you. Ooh, old world materials. That will be helpful, because I can trade that for something that will allow me to trade for something else. Anywho, that's it for this area. Now, do I prioritize? What do I prioritize? I think I should prioritize my weapon if possible. Or, not my weapon. I'll get Rubelite and, my Blood Veil up one level each. I have just enough steel for that. No telling how much haze I'll have left over, though. Murasame, Murasame, Murasame.
Hi. What do you want to upgrade?
Yeah, because I need titanium for that.
Which blood veil do you want to upgrade? Okay.
Actually, let's give gifts to the people I can give stuff to.
Whoa, let's thanks.
I think you actually, yeah, you actually don't mind the cheese. Cameras for Davis. Tools for Murasame.
Find something valuable. See you're at.
Huh?
Give. Oh shoot, I gave her the things for Davis. Sorry, Murasame.
Wow, that's the really. Hey.
I'm sorry, Murasame.
Did I get the bet? Okay.
I don't think I have anything else for Davis. That was so dumb. I wasn't paying attention. I should have been paying attention.
Such as I know. Something I know.
Receive.
Did you find something? Take care.
My elbow, thank you for now.
I have 2 more books for you. That's for Mia. That's for Coco. These were both for Coco. I think that's for Eva. I know that's for Eva. And that's for Jack.
Waste not, want not. You can head out whenever you're ready.
I'm serious.
Whoops. No, 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 no.
It's thanks. Some thinking I'll say.
Yeah, you don't have a lot in the way of stuff that I actually want. However, I will gladly take your blood. Oh, Mia, Mia, Mia. You pretty much never leave this corner.
Thanks. I know what. Let me know.
Next time I hit up the valuables guy, I'll get probably something for Mia, because there's not as much for her lying around. I can only think of a couple things. That said, I will actually be able to tackle Argent Wolf Berserker. That might be a good spot to end it, just so that I don't wind up doing too much. I forget just how short this game is. Or perhaps I'm just flying through it. Either way, it's kind of crazy. I remember this area. I want to go up. All right. Over here. You really need to stop being so easy to read. How many? I have 2. Okay. I think the blood bead candy is +3 to literally anyone I give that to. You unlock something, I believe. Die, die, die. Collect. I don't like... It might be worth seeing if I can actually just kill off Jack quickly whenever I need to. The plunge was worth a shot. May not have been my brightest decision, but it was still worth a shot. There we go. The free aim on Rubelite isn't... or the free aim in this game isn't the greatest, but Rubelite makes it easier. I'm actually impressed with myself. Normally by this point, I've at the very least, gotten hit once. That was just blind luck. Oh, and there goes my no-hit streak. Oh well. I think I jinxed myself by bringing it up. That loop around isn't exactly worth it, but I'll get it anyway. I'm not even going to bother with that additional ledge because there's nothing there but enemies. And while the haze is good, it's not going to do me any favors if I die getting it. So off we continue. Over here. You. Hi. I will say that this is definitely a lot easier than, at the very least, support only. It's probably going to wind up being a lot easier than pretty much all of my challenge runs to come, actually. I don't think Night Thorns is better. I mean, it's lighter. But only by 6 points. Yeah, that's... I'll consider it. Because Thorns... are actually really good as far as blood veils go. The ability to drain from across the room is... Why did I do that? I want to go off this direction. Opening that door just invites trouble. That is the only door in this game that I actually don't want to open. Yikes, okay. I need to be quiet so I can sneak up on you. Yeah, Awake MJ212s actually wind up being one of the hardest ones to get. Oh dear. Well, I'm going into Argent Wolf with only 5 of these. I don't exist. And I don't have a partner to aggro you this time. Ah, damn it. Actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? You are, unfortunately, a dummy. This is just sad. You are far too easy to loop, sir. That was unfortunate. Alright, I'm gonna skip that for now. Because this game actually does not allow for you to... Oh, pardon. Complete your own vestige without a partner. They lock you into Jack. So either I have to skip that, or I have to just kill Jack off. Repeatedly. We'll see. I think this game actually lets you go through and not get your vestige.
Which blood veil do you want to upgrade?
Ah, I only have one.
Okay.
Was worth a shot. that being what it is, I did a lot today. I should call it for now. Howling Pit, Adept's Map, and half the Cathedral. It doesn't sound like a lot, but in terms of game progression, it actually is quite a distance that I've traveled. I'm also still debating on whether I want to skip the Vestige entirely or just go through and kill off Jack. So we'll save that decision for next week. If you're interested in anything I've done up until this point, I do have a YouTube channel you can check out. I try to upload my stuff same day, and I group my runs by playlist so they're easier to find. If you'd like to see my announcements, I will be starting to post them to Instagram. And if you would like to see my clips in an easier fashion, I post them to TikTok, YouTube, and, when it lets me, Instagram. The links to all of that are in the chat now. Tomorrow it's back to Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm going to be starting with the Skull Tyrant. Not sure how much farther after that I'm going to get, honestly, because I have a few different spots that I have to go to. I might explore a bit, but I'm a little worried about going too far. Considering the fact that Silksong opened with Act 1, I'm worried that if I hit Act 2, I'll permanently lock myself out of some things, so I'm trying to be very thorough with that. Monday and Tuesday, it's back to Amalur. We'll be starting Cluricon proper. And Wednesday, I'll be kicking off with either the memories or the second half of Cathedral in this game. If I hit, if I hit 100 followers and stay there for more than a week, I will do a day of Genshin Impact, where anybody who's watching and interested will be able to redeem or use points to redeem challenges that I have to at the very least attempt. There will of course be some restrictions in that regard, but more on that when we actually get there. We're one follower away. Although more followers would mean it's more likely that I stay above 100 for a week or more. At this point, I might, depending on when the scheduling, or when that happens, I might schedule it for the day of the second half of the patch. We'll see. That depends on a lot of factors. Anyway, the last week of October, I will be doing Chalice Week, which is essentially, it's an event where I go through and I attempt the Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne. Anybody who wants to join in is more than welcome to. I have a password that is public. But that's the general idea for what's going on within the next couple of months. Oh, if the Genshin stream would land on Chalice Week, I will schedule it for the week after. Chalice Week comes first. So again, that's the general plan. One moment. Magnifica's playing The Last of Us Part 1. Not my thing, but if it's yours, stick around. That said, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.